Morning. So, it's either day 9 or day 10. I think it's day 9. We're over halfway. So, this morning, Sows and Tong, Dings and Wee. That is the session I have. Sows and Tong is 9-7 up. I've not seen any of that so far. I saw a bit yesterday because I could see the TV from where I was sat when I was watching Hossein against Judd. I think it basically depends on the start. If Ding gets a good start, it's game on. Anyone can win. Zal might collapse a bit under the pressure because he's under a lot of pressure today. If Zal gets a good start, it could be over very quickly, especially the way he compiles breaks and gets frames on the board. So it's all about the first 2 frames, basically. I think Ding needs to take both of them, frankly. And if he does, it'll be amazing. Literally just got Ken Doherty walking past me. I'm really hoping Ding gets back in, but in my heart of hearts, I think Zhao's going to be a tiny bit too strong for him. Could see 13-10 there. But yeah, I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. On the other table, first session of Selby and Wu Yiza. That is a really interesting session. I think Wu Yiza's going to beat him. I think he's going to beat him fairly handily as well. Didn't think Selby was that great against Jack Jones, and maybe he didn't think he needed his full sort of weaponry against Jack Jones to win. He needs his full weaponry against this lad, my word. The only thing that I can see stopping Wu Yiza is nerves, but he just seems absolutely fearless. He goes for everything, gets everything pretty much all the time. Going to be a very interesting game. Just got Barry Hawkins walking past me as well. They're all here today. So yeah, this afternoon I'm seeing Wakelin against Robertson, the second sesh. I will say that was really quite poor yesterday's morning session. Although Wakelin did really well to drag himself back to 4-all. Just still think that if Robertson turns up and goes for his shots and is aggressive, he'll win that game. But could be very tight. If Robertson's subpar, I can see Wakelin leading into the final session. Just have to see what happens there. On the other table, it's Hossein against Judd, 4-all. I'd much rather be seeing that, frankly, but them's the breaks. I think Hossein could win. He needs a strong second session, though. He cannot let the world number 1 be ahead, I don't think, going into the final session. If he does, it could be too much. I think at the end of that, if the Hossein of yesterday turns up, no reason why he can't take an overnight lead into... Trump wasn't that good yesterday, again. It's just my opinion. And then tonight, got the second session of the Rocket against John Higgins. Now, you heard my thoughts on that last night. I mean, Higgins, he's just got to get a really good start. Got to win the first mini session 3-1 and then build from there, frankly. At least 3-1, by the way. If Ronnie wins the first mini session, it could be over before it's even started. So yeah, interesting day in prospects. Anyway, I'm going to get myself in there. Really hoping for Ding. Come on, Ding. I got a Stuart Bingham signature yesterday, but I had some friends visit me, as I said, so didn't have that much time for signatures, really. Had about 15 minutes. I'm hoping to get Zhao's and Tong's and Wu Yiza's in between morning and afternoon sesh, so I'm going to be hanging around outside the players' entrance to get them. And I might try and get Hossein's this afternoon or after he finishes this afternoon. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I will leave you to it. Sorry, I forgot to say last night, by the way, Ronnie O'Sullivan. So I tried to get his signature again. Walked around to the players' entrance as soon as he'd finished. There were a lot of people there last night, to be fair, so I was like, there's almost no point in stopping. But he came out 2 minutes after I got there and walked straight into his car. So as far as I've seen, he has signed absolutely nothing outside the players' entrance. And I've seen him go in half a dozen times. It's really poor. Really hoping John will come back today. Come on, John. Nice one. Anyway, I will clock in with you in between morning and afternoon sesh. Over and out. Have a good one. afternoon. So you join me in between morning and afternoon sessions. Just seen the closing session of Zhao Tong against Ding Junhui. I was absolutely gutted because Zhao Tong's won 13-9. In the end, it was a bit of a whimper from Ding. He did try and put a little bit of pressure on, but at 10-8, that frame was critical. He lost that frame, but he did make it 11-9. Could have gone on, but so difficult against Zhao Tong. The boy's a genius. So many, barely have to leave him a chance for him to get in. Didn't get out the tournament, unfortunate. Zhao Tong, after he finished, I didn't hang around to see Selby with Yiza. Went straight to the players' entrance to see if I could get Zhao Tong's autograph. Waited a full hour. He came out, and here's the difference between Zhao and Ronnie. There were, I'd say, at a conservative estimate, 150 people at that door. He stopped for 10 minutes, and he stopped for every single person. There were people, it can't be easy being hounded. And I know after a win, it's probably nice to celebrate with the fans a little bit. I actually got his autograph first up, so must have seen the desperation in my eyes. But just lovely to see. Lovely fella as well. Just said congratulations on your win. He probably didn't understand a word I said really, but that Zhao Murphy match, my God. Murphy's got to turn up, but if he does turn up, it could be an absolute primer. Be a really good one. So the other side, Selby and Wu Yiza 4-all. I left at 3-2. I think it was Wu Yiza 3-2. So it looked as though it was nip and tuck, that attack v defence, kind of to be expected. Selby's got a live wire there. He's going to do extremely well to beat Wu Yiza. Really could go either all the way. This afternoon, I'm seeing Wakelin against Robertson. Now, on the other side is Trump against Hossein. To be honest, I'd rather be seeing that. Much better game, but yeah, Wakelin Robertson. I think Robertson's missed a trick, and I think he's there to be beaten. I also think if Robertson does turn up, then Wakelin won't have enough. But it's a really intriguing matchup, just purely on the basis that I think it depends on Robertson. I think we know what we're going to get from Wakelin. He's just a steady match player, not much more. Good potter. But yeah, it'd be really interesting to see which Robertson turns up. I'm going to say that it's going to be 8-all going into the final session. So yeah, we'll just have to see. On the other side, I'm hoping Hossein can take a session lead. I think he needs one to beat Judd Trump. I think he needs to go 9-7 up at least, capitalise on the good form that he's shown in the first session and the first round. So yeah, we'll see what happens this afternoon. I'll clock in with you between afternoon and evening. Hopefully we can get we'll use the signature before he goes in tonight, and we'll see who else we can get. See if we can get Mr. O'Sullivan's fat chance. He'll ignore everyone again as per bloody usual. But anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. Over and out. So join me in between afternoon and evening sessions. I've just watched Wakelin against Robertson. Pretty tough watch again. Controversial incident in the what frame was it? I think it was 8-6 Robertson, and Wakelin fouled or yellow according to the ref. No one else saw it. Ref was adamant. We went to the TV screen just to double check it, and she stood by a decision. I mean, I haven't seen a replay yet, but I'm assuming it was a certain foul. Wakelin certainly didn't think it was at the time. I think he accepted it after, but yeah, strange one. It's turned the session actually. Robertson's just about, or from what I hear, it's just about to go 10-6 up. So that should be a fairly commanding lead going into the potentially moving into the quarters. So on the other side, Trump Fafai. Trump has done really well to get out that 9-7 up. I think it might be curtains for Hossein. Produce a session from the gods tomorrow to win that. Trump's just such a hard nut to crack these days. Sounded like Fafai gave it to him the whole time, you know, and properly gave him a serious workout. Went to 7-all, and he's done what world number ones do, frankly. Won the session. I left before the end of Wakelin Robertson, before the final frame, because I wanted to get Hossein's autograph, which I did. So really chuffed about that. So Zhao Xintong and Hossein Fafai today, hoping to get Wu Yize, if not before the evening session, after it. But there can't be many players left in the tournament that haven't got, frankly. Just going through them now, I don't think there's any, thinking about it. So, you know, we're getting to sort of saturation point. I might have to start finding Joe Johnson's home address, because I haven't seen hide nor hair of him, or pretty much any of the TNT crew. Jimmy, McManus, not seen any of them. God knows where they're hiding. But yeah, so tonight, part 2 of the class of 92, Higgins against O'Sullivan. I mean, John Higgins is going to have to play lights out. It's as simple as that. I almost think he's going for broke already. Just might as well just start going for a few balls, seeing what happens, and trying to, you know, unsettle Ronnie, shall we say. I did shout at him earlier when he came in between morning and afternoon sessions. Don't worry, John, you can still do it. Something like that. He just laughed. So, you know, I don't know whether that says anything for his confidence or my stupid shouting at players. Probably the latter. But yeah, it should be a very interesting evening session. Really looking forward to it. Say in my heart of hearts, Ronnie's probably gonna, at the very least, share it. Higgins has got to win the session. It's as simple as that. I mean, I'd almost say 5-3 is a minimum, the way Ronnie played last night. He's just got to hope he's not playing as well as he did. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'll clock in with you after Higgins O'Sullivan. Just a little summing up. On the other side, Selby Wu Yize, that's 4-all at the moment. Yeah, I mean, so tight. Could come out 8-all, could come out. I mean, Wu Yize is good enough. He could win sort of 4 or 5 on the bounce. Selby's got to watch him, got to rein him in. But yeah, it's all about Higgins O'Sullivan tonight, to be honest with you. I'll see what happens anyway. Nice one. Over and out. Evening. So you joined me after the Ronnie O'Sullivan Higgins second session in the evening. My thoughts on the session are as follows. I think it was almost better than the first session. They didn't get the same reception when they came in, but sort of understandable. I mean, John's 6-2 down. If it was the same reception, it would have been a bit weird. But yeah, obviously started 6-2. Ronnie looked pretty good in the first 4 frames. I think John kind of hung on a little bit, went 8-4. Ronnie then came out and produced an unbelievable frame to make it 9-4. And frankly, I was thinking, could be 12-4 this, the way he's going on. Or it could be, you know, not that many frames tomorrow, frankly. What I then witnessed was one of the most courageous 3 frames of snooker I think I've ever witnessed. The bottle that Higgins showed. He had some good luck. He had a bit of bad luck. But yeah, it was just otherworldly bottle. I mean, he loses any one of those frames, the match is probably done. It may be done already, but to peg him back to 9-7, and what happened at 9-6 was quite interesting, actually. Ronnie missed a shot up the cushion, not easy, but they'd been going in the first session, and he missed it. It rattled. He knew he'd left it. He pounded the table, and I think there were 2 reasons why he pounded the table. One was because he obviously wasn't playing quite as well as he was in the earlier parts of the match, but also he's let Higgins back in a little bit, like with the way he's been playing. Granted, Higgins played some great stuff, but you've still got to hope that Ronnie O'Sullivan's level dips just to get a little foothold in it. And he really gave the table a good blasting. Yeah, I mean, it must have really hurt, basically. Higgins then, you know, it was just an absolutely amazing frame, topsy-turvy, could have gone either way. Higgins has taken it. We're 9-7 going into tomorrow. Fast start for Higgins tomorrow, which, you know, based on the momentum, you know, you wouldn't put it. I mean, if it goes if he wins the first session 3-1, we're at 10-all, and then it's a best of 5 for the quarterfinal. If you told me that was going to happen at 9-4, I'd have called you insane. But yeah, fascinating session of snooker. Now, I'm absolutely gutted because I'm not seeing the final session. It's on at the same time as I think it's the Wu User Selby. So I'm seeing the end of that Wu User Selby game. That's 9-7 Wu. Obviously, I haven't seen pretty much any of that. But Wu has done what the doctor ordered. He's got a session lead going into the final session to just nip ahead of Mark Selby. You got to be right on it. Now, what I am hoping is that Wu absolutely just cleans up Mark Selby, and we can just get the bloody screen up, or the divider up for the end of O'Sullivan Higgins tomorrow, because the way the first 2 sessions have been, that could be one of the greatest matches ever seen at the Crucible, frankly. And I don't really want to be on the other side of the divider. Probably the worst possible place to be. But we will see. I've got to remember that I'm incredibly lucky to be doing this bloody nonsense. So, you know, 2 great players, Wu and Selby. So, yeah, enjoy that and see what happens. But yeah, fascinating day of snooker. I went out before Selby and Wu played their last frame because I wanted to see if I could get a few more signatures, frankly. And been a belting haul today. So I've got Zhao and Hossein, as mentioned earlier. I got Joe Perry as he left. I got Alan McManus as he left, who was really pleasant, lovely was Alan. And I got Wu User as he left. Selby I saw come out. He did loads of photos. I've already got Selby though for the case, so no need to get him. O'Sullivan, as per, straight to the car. 10 people there as well. I know he's just lost a session to John Higgins, but Mark Selby lost a session as well. Don't see him shunning people. I mean, frankly, O'Sullivan fails every decent human being metric as far as I can see. Disgusting. I really want John to come back. As you know, I really want John to win anyway, but I really want John to come back just to dump him out. I hope he never gets to 8 times. He is still the greatest player. I'm ready to admit that, but there's something that's more important about being good at snooker, and that's being a decent human being. So tomorrow I have a lie-in, which is going to be enormous for me. Can't wait for that. I'm probably going to be in bed till about 10:30. At the very least, I will be talking about the end of the quarterfinals tomorrow. So I believe I'll have to confirm this in the morning. Should know this really, but I think I've got Hossein and Judd final session, and as mentioned, Selby and Wu User in the evening. So 1 o'clock start tomorrow, so a bit earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, just trying to think if there's anything else. Met a few nice people at the door. And yeah, no, it's just been a thoroughly pleasant day all round, and I'm really looking forward to the end of the second round, the start of the quarters, and then we move on to the one table setup where I don't miss a ball, don't miss anyone. There's no chance of that happening. So yeah, can't wait. Nice one. Anyway, over and out.